Shalom, shalom, Hebrew, JC, Freezy. Shabbat shalom, Sister Andrea Israel. All praise, honor, and glory to the mighty, mighty King of the universe. Shabbat shalom, family. That's right. Praise the mighty, yeah. Yeah. Hey, sister, bro, I'm gonna go in that New Testament just a little bit and tear it up for a minute today too. I got to do it. Yeah, I got to do it. Okay. Yeah. Shalom, shalom, brother Rasta here. Oh yeah, brother. Yes, sir. Pray the mighty, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Shalom, shalom, Joel Gladney. Shalom. She said, let me read what Jewel said. Shalom, teacher and family. Last week's lesson was like a fire shut up in my bones and still burning in me. Jeremiah 20:9. And yeah, thanks for our brethren for bringing our forth in you, bringing it out to the family. Praise the mighty Yahweh. Yeah. You trying to find something? Scheming through.
Yeah.
Children of Yahshurun, chosen of Yahuwah, Ahurun, wore the breastplate. Moses' brother had to wear a veil because he was close to Abba. Hebrew meaning father. King of kings, Yahweh, praise his holy name. David is chosen prince. Levites, birth of frankincense. We had the Ark of Yah in Jerusalem, a.k.a. Mount Zion, Mount Sinai, where we got the law. Handed the Moshe, most humble. He didn't make it in the promised land. I pray we make it in the promised land. Glorious land, northeast, by the Mediterranean Sea. Jordan River running parallel. In the middle, throw the Yah. Our people making tefillah. Muslims say salat, meaning prayer in two different tongues. This is the east we from, full of palm trees, camelback, deserts, and a habitat. Before we wore the fitted cap, throwback, know that we really much more than slave. All the descendants of the slave ships, Yahweh's heritage. The mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, soon come. The mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, the mighty Yah. Isaiah 43 is not a mystery, it's only one. Yahuwah stretched out the heavens, Exodus trade where he gave his name. He delivered us from Egypt. I only praise the mighty I am. Rest the Sabbath day, seventh day, SAT. Read the law when you get a chance, ASAP. Exodus 2:0, just a portion of the ancient scrolls. Y'all behold with the most I said. Put idols down, worshiping the dust of the ground. Whether human or graven image, I wear the fringes from the book of Numbers, chapter 15:37 to verse 39. Prostrate with my bloodline, putting in work for the most high, praying we eternally shot 12 tribes of Yahshua. The mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, the mighty Yah, soon come. The mighty Yah, the mighty so high above, we were the fewest people. Married Yah and became his people. Now wanted dead by a lot of people. Nation without an equal. Yahshua and I Hebrew, praying every chance we get. Hallelujah. This is how we raise our strength. I get ripped from sipping on that biblical script. Hennessy can't compete with this. Genesis to Malachi, let's exhibit. Prolific. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. My fam sacred. What's on the boats naked? Carolina, we were sold naked. Charleston gotta feel our pain. Same attitude from which we came. Palm trees about the same, but my king don't remember their name. Yahakom, Yashurun, the children of Yerushalayim. Jerusalem in your Bible, the throne of Yah.
Shalom, 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 brothers and sisters all over the world. I'm Yahudah being Israel. I'm a Hebrew servant of the Most High Yah. And I want to give all honor, glory, worship, and praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. Now today's topic, I'm going to talk about the word of Yah and prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that his words is only in the Old Testament. No other book. So you can stop looking and searching for another book because ain't no such thing as another book. This is the only book, the Old Testament, and these are Yahweh words, and his words is over everybody's words. Paul, Peter, Luke, and John, and all the rest of them. Their words don't mean nothing. Or JC, or that Quran. Don't no words matter but Yahweh words. And I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that his words is only in one book, and it's this book here. Okay, now let's go to Genesis the 15th. Genesis 15. Let's start at the first verse.
Genesis chapter 15, verse 1. After these things, the word of Yahweh came unto Abram in a vision.
The word of Yah, the word of Yah came to Abram in a vision,
saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield and thy exceeding great reward.
In other words, I'm your protector. I'm going to protect you and ain't going to let nothing happen to you.
And Abram said, Yahweh Elohim, what wilt thou give me, seeing I go childless, and the steward of my house is this Eliezer of Damascus? And Abram said, Behold, to me thou hast given no seed.
In other words, I ain't got no children, the Most High, so he asking the Almighty, what you going to give me and do for me?
And lo, one born in my house is mine heir. And behold, the word of Yahweh came unto him, saying, This shall not be thine heir, but he that shall come forth out of thy own bowels shall be thine heir.
So in other words, you're gonna have your own son, not this person, but you're gonna have your own son.
And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now toward heaven and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them.
He told Abraham to look up to the heaven and see the stars. You know, there's millions and billions of stars up there. That's how your seed gonna be.
And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be.
All them stars you looking up at night at heaven, that's how your offspring gonna be, your seed.
And he believed in Yahweh.
He believed Yahweh. And these people today don't believe Yahweh.
And he counted it to him for righteousness. And he said unto him, I am Yahweh that brought thee out of Ur of the Chaldees to give thee this land to inherit it.
Okay, all right, let's go to Exodus 24. In other words, these words came into Abram. Okay, what I said. Well, let me get Exodus. Yeah, Exodus 24. Start the first verse.
Exodus chapter 24, verse 1. And he said unto Moses.
Now we talking about Moses. We went from Abraham, the Almighty words over there with Abraham, now his words is with Moses.
Come up unto Yahweh, thou and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 other elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off, and Moses alone shall come near Yahweh.
He called Moses by himself. Come on.
But they shall not come nigh.
Everybody else stay back. I don't want nobody to come with Moses. Everybody else stay back.
neither shall the people go up with him.
Ain't nobody come with Moses, come by himself.
And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahweh and all the judgments.
Hold it. Moses came and told the people all the words. He repeated everything that Yahweh told him, because these are his words. So his words govern all laws over everybody, no matter who it is. Yahweh laws and words come first. Now read that again.
And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahweh.
He came and told the people all of what Yahweh say in words.
And all the judgments. And all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which Yahweh have said will we do.
And they lie. They said everything that Yahweh told you, Moses, we gonna do it. And they told a lie. And they didn't. Some of them did and some of them didn't. Read.
And Moses wrote all the words of Yahweh.
Then Moses wrote everything that the Most High told Moses. He wrote it. So he got the word from. He never spoke to the Peter, Paul, Luke, or John, or them hillbillies, or anybody in the New Testament. He never spoke to the Quran people, the Hadith people, the Muslims, the Arabs. He ain't never spoke to nobody but a Hebrew Israelite when it come to his word. That's what he did. Now read that again. Okay, 4.
And Moses wrote all the words of Yahweh.
Wrote all the words of Yahweh.
And rose up early in the morning and built an altar under the hill and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel.
So in other words, Moses got the words from Yahweh. So why wouldn't you not listen to this book? Because Yahweh gave the words to Jeremiah. He gave his words to these people. So you got to be a fool to listen to anybody else or somebody else. Let's go to Exodus 9. Exodus 9 and 18. Start date.
Exodus chapter 9 Exodus chapter 9 verse 18. Mm-hmm. Behold, tomorrow about this time I will cause it to rain a very grievous hail.
Now the Most High Yah say he gonna cause it to rain a grievous hail,
such as have not been in Egypt since the foundation thereof, even until now. Send therefore now and gather thy cattle and all that thou hast in the field, for upon every man and beast which shall be found in the field and shall not be brought home, the hail shall come down upon them, and they shall die. He that feared the word of Yahweh among the servants of Pharaoh made his servants and his cattle flee into the houses.
Everybody that listens to the word of Yahweh, fear Yahweh, listen to his word, read.
And he that regarded not the word of Yahweh left his servants and his cattle in the field.
Everybody that was hard-headed, stiff-necked, and rebellious, like today when the Almighty tell us to keep his laws and statute, commandment, judgment, precept, that's what he means. So why would you need another book to follow, and all the laws and all the statutes is only in this book, no other book? Read.
And Yahweh said unto Moses, stretch forth thy hand toward heaven, that there may be hail in all the land of Egypt, upon man, and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field, throughout the land of Egypt.
Okay, throughout the land of Egypt. In other words, the words come from Yah to a man. Okay, go to Numbers 3 and 16. Yeah, I'm gonna get something else out of that too. First, let me get Numbers 3 and 13. I want to get that too. There.
Numbers chapter 3, verse 13. Because all the firstborn are mine.
Everything that's firstborn belong to Yah. If you're the firstborn of a woman, the firstborn of an animal, you belong to Yah. Read.
For on the day that I smote all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I holler unto me all the firstborn in Israel.
All the firstborn in Israel. I'm the firstborn of my mother and father. I'm the firstborn. Read. Watch this.
Both man and beast.
Both man and beast.
Mine shall they be. I am Yahweh.
Everything that come out the firstborn belong to Yah. So your first child belong to Yah. That's what the book just said. Read that first. Read that then.
because all the firstborn are mine.
All the firstborn belong to Yah. Now, getting kind of off the subject, let's go to Numbers 18 and 17. So that just came to me. Numbers 18 and 17.
Numbers chapter 18, verse 17. But the firstling of a cow, or the firstling of a sheep, or the firstling of a goat, thou shalt not redeem. They are holy. Thou shalt sprinkle their blood upon the altar, and shalt burn their fat for an offering made by fire, for a sweet savor unto Yahweh, and the flesh of them shall be thine.
Okay, and let me see. All right, yeah, that's all I needed. Okay, now let's get back to what was I said Numbers 3. Yeah, Numbers 3 and 16. Let me get read Numbers 3 and 16.
Numbers chapter 3, verse 16. And Moses numbered them according to the word of Yahweh, as he was commanded.
In other words, Moses listened to the word of Yah. He got his words from Yah. He listened to the word of Yah. Okay, Numbers 15. Okay, Numbers 15 started to 29.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 29. Ye shall have one law for him that sinneth through ignorance, both for him that is born among the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among you. But the soul that doeth all presumptuously, whether he be born in the land or a stranger, the same reproacheth Yahweh, and that soul shall be cut off from among his people.
That soul gonna be cut off. Read.
Because he hath despised the word of Yahweh.
Anybody that despises the word of Yahweh gonna be cut off. The word. Read.
And have spoken his and have broken his commandment.
And anybody that has broken his commandments, because that's his word, his commandments is his words, and the word is the commandment. Read.
That soul shall utterly be cut off.
You're going straight to hell.
His iniquity shall be upon him.
That's right. Read.
And while the children of Israel were in the wilderness,
while they was in the wilderness, now they wasn't in the land, we're in the wilderness.
They found a man that gathered sticks upon the Sabbath day.
And it was the Sabbath day in the wilderness. Not that means you could be in captivity in the wilderness, in the penitentiary. I don't care where you at. This man was gathering sticks in the wilderness, not in Jerusalem. Read.
And they that found him gathering sticks brought him unto Moses and Aaron.
They busted this man picking up sticks on the Sabbath day, and when they seen him, they brought him to Moses.
And unto all the congregation.
And to all the congregation.
And they put him in ward.
They put him up.
Because it was not declared what should be done to him.
Because they didn't know what to do with this man on the Sabbath day picking up sticks. Everybody was, man, what we going to do? I don't know what we're going to do. But watch this, though. Read.
And Yahweh said unto Moses,
Yahweh talking to Moses,
the man shall be surely put to death.
Kill this man. Why? Because he was picking up sticks on Yahweh's Sabbath day, and he ain't had no business picking up no stick on Sabbath day. And these people that's in America doing all this wicked stuff on the Sabbath day, he gonna kill you too. Read.
All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the count.
Now the Almighty Yahweh the Most High told Moses to kill this man and stone him. Read.
And all the congregation brought him without the count.
They took him out the camp
and stoned him with stones.
And they stoned him with stones, like they got an order. They listened to Yahweh words, because Yahweh the one told Moses to do this.
And he died as Yahweh commanded Moses. And
he commanded. He told him to do this. He got the word from Yah.
And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel.
Now Yahweh told Moses, speak unto the children of Israel. Now watch this other command, his other word.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
All the Hebrew Israelites in America supposed to be wearing fringes. That's what the book's saying. This is a command from Yah. Read.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue, and it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it.
And you wear these fringes so you can look up on it.
and remember all the commandments of Yahweh.
And you remember not to pick up stones. You remember not to go drive your car. You remember not to go to the mall. You remember not to believe in the New Testament or the Quran and the Hadith. The friends is going to remind you not to do all this wicked stuff. When you look up on them friends, oh man, I ain't supposed to be doing this. I ain't supposed to be doing that. Read.
And do them.
And do the commandment. The friend, read.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes.
Don't do what you want to do, because you can't do what you want to do and please Yah. You have to be unique, different, set aside, departed. You can't be like the world. You can't be like these other people in this world to serve Yah. Okay, back up and read that again.
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it, and remember all the commandments of Yahweh.
That's why we wear the fringes, to look up on them.
And do them.
And do them. Do the commandments.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes.
Now, what is your own heart and your own eyes? Going to church, wearing crosses, wearing defiled clothes, eating anything, celebrating these pagan holidays, your own eyes. Anything that's against Yahweh is your own eyes. Read.
After which ye used to go a whoring.
That you go a whoring after some junk.
That ye may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy unto your Elohim.
That's right. You be holy.
I am Yahweh your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your Elohim.
All right. Okay, that's all we need. Okay, go to Numbers 20. What's this mess on here? Okay, I said Exodus 20. Exodus 20 and 24.
Exodus chapter 20.
I mean Numbers 20 and 24.
Numbers chapter 20, verse 24.
Yeah.
Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Israel, because ye rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah.
That's right, because you rebelled against Yahweh's word. And how do you rebel against Yahweh's word? By not listening to the Old Testament, not listening to his prophets and his priests and his king. That's how you rebel against the word of Yah. That's right. Whatever he tells you to do in his Old Testament, you're supposed to be doing it, or you're going to rebel. Okay, let's go to Numbers 23. Okay, yeah, Numbers 23 and 1.
Numbers chapter 23, verse 1. And Balaam said unto Balak, build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 oxen and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had spoken. And Balak and Balaam offer on every altar a bullock and a ram. And Balaam said unto Balak, stand by thy burnt offering, and I will go. Peradventure Yahweh will come to meet me, and whatsoever he showeth me I will tell thee. And he went to a high place, and Elohim met Balaam, and he said unto him, I have prepared 7 altars, and I have offered upon every altar a bullock and a ram.
Now this is what I want.
And Yahweh put a word in Balaam's mouth, and said, return unto Balak, and thus thou shalt speak.
The Almighty Yahweh put words in his mouth. That's right. And he ain't stopped putting words in people's mouth. He's still putting words in people's mouth right now today. If they love Yahweh and David, they the king. That's right. That man is from Yah. Any man that's talking about Yahweh and David, that man is from Yahweh, without a doubt. Okay, let's go to Numbers 36. If he talking about anybody else, he perpetrating a fraud. He is a false teacher, a false prophet, a false man. Okay, let's say 36 and 5. Let's see. Okay, yeah, 36 and 5.
Numbers chapter 36, verse 5. And Moses commanded the children of Israel according to the word of Yahweh.
According to the word of Yah, he commanded. So everything that Moses told the people, he got it from Yahweh. That wasn't his word. That was Yahweh's words. They looking at a man. Yeah, but that man speaking for Yahweh. Like me, looking at me. I'm speaking for Yahweh. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about what thus said Yah said. I didn't write no word in this book. I'm on it for telling y'all to serve Yah and do what Yahweh said. Not me, because I ain't a fart in the windstorm. I ain't a poot in the wind. Who am I? I ain't nobody. I'm talking about somebody, and that's Yahweh. Read.
Saying, the tribe of the son.
Okay, that's all I need. Yeah. That's all I need. And let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 4. So anytime a person is showing you what thus said Yahweh said in the word of Yah, that's right. He represents. Okay, Deuteronomy 4 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel.
Now he say, listen, talking to 12 tribes of Israel, talking to us. Listen.
Unto the statutes and unto the judgments which I teach you.
Which Yahweh teach you. That's right. Yahweh the one can teach you these laws and statutes, because he the only one who wrote them.
For to do them.
Not to talk about them, be about them, do them.
That ye may live.
That's how you live, by Yahweh's word and his laws and statutes and judgment. That's how a man's supposed to live, listening to the word of Yah. Read.
And go and possess the land which Yahweh Elohim of your fathers giveth you.
That's right. Now watch this.
Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you.
You ain't supposed to add no words to Yahweh words. Add the New Testament. Add the Quran. Add the Hadith. Add anything. You ain't supposed to add to his word. Read.
Neither shall ye diminish aught from it.
You ain't supposed to take away. Put stuff in the book that ain't there. Oh, it's there, and you lying. Don't take away from Yahweh's word, and don't put no other book with his word. And that's what y'all do in this world. Y'all want to talk about what Paul said, Peter said, John said, JC said, the Quran said, the Hadith said, the Apocrypha said. Y'all want to talk about all these other books, what they say. I'm not studying them. This is the only book we supposed to be representing and listening to, because the Almighty owners put his words in this book. Okay, keep reading.
That ye may keep the commandments of Yahweh your Elohim, which I command you.
Now, what other book did he put his commandments in? Name me a book that Yahweh put his commandments in. He didn't put his commandments in none of them, but this book. Read.
Your eyes have seen what Yahweh did because of false deity.
The Almighty showed you what he gonna do to you for serving another God that ain't him.
For all the men that follow false deity.
Everybody that follow the Quran, the Hadith, the New Testament, Christianity, Islam, or whatever it is. Read.
Yahweh thy Elohim have destroyed them from among you.
He gonna destroy these pagan worshiping people. They ain't nothing but pagan worshipers.
But ye that did cleave unto Yahweh your Elohim are alive, every one of you this day.
That's right.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
He taught you statutes and judgments. He didn't teach you about no Quran, no New Testament, no Hadith, or no religion. He didn't teach you no religion. You got a religion from a man. Read.
Even as Yahweh my Elohim commanded me.
What verse you at?
5.
Okay.
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Wherever you go in this world, you supposed to keep the laws and statutes of Yah.
Keep therefore and do them.
You keep them and do them. Don't just talk about them, be about them.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
That's the only way that you're going to get wisdom and understanding is keeping Yahweh's words, not nobody else's. You got to keep Yah's word. Read.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
And the other people, the other nations going to look at you and say, man, he unique, he different. He don't do like the other folk. He don't wear them kind of clothes, eat that kind of food, and this and that. He wears fringes. He talk about Yah. Boy, that's how they going to talk about you. And you're going to be representing. You're supposed to be representing for Yah. Not perpetrating no fraud and scared to death. Almighty ain't dealing with no scared man. Is you a fool? Oh, what verse you at?
7.
Okay, I think that's all I needed. What was that? Oh no, keep reading.
For what nation is there so great who have Elohim so nigh to them as Yahweh our Elohim is?
Ain't nobody like Yah. We the only people in the world that got the real God.
All things that we call upon him for.
We call upon Yahweh for all things.
And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day?
Now name a nation that got the laws and statutes and precept and judgment commandment as we do. Like the book say, we the only nation got the real deal, got the laws and statutes and judgment from Yah. We the only nation. They got laws from us. The Constitution was wrote from this. All these other books was wrote from this book. Every book in the world came from our book. The Quran, the New Testament, the Constitution, and all these other books. They laws came from our laws because we had them first. We had the laws first. And they got it from the Old Testament, the Torah and the Tanakh. All these books come from here. When they say, oh, they don't want you to do this, they got it from this book. They don't want you to do this. They got it from this book. They ain't get it from nothing but this book here. Okay, now what was that Deuteronomy 4? Deuteronomy 5. Yeah, Deuteronomy 5. Start the first verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 5, verse 1. And Moses called all Israel and said unto them.
Now Moses talking, because Moses come from Yah. That's right. Moses got here from Yah. Read.
Hear, O Israel, the statutes and judgments which I speak in your ears this day.
And that's what our people don't want to do. They don't want to hear. They want to close their ear. They want to hear what they want to hear. They don't want to hear nothing about what Yahweh say do and what not to do. They don't want to hear. But that's okay. You're going to pay for it. Read.
That ye may learn them and keep and do them.
What did he say? Hear first. See, read it slow. Hear. That's right.
O Israel.
The 12 tribes of Israel. Hear and what?
The statutes and judgments.
Hear the statutes and the judgments.
Which I speak in your ears this day.
Which he's speaking in your ears. I'm coming from y'all now. Read.
That ye may learn them.
Learn them. That's the first thing you do. You got to hear. You got to learn and read.
And keep.
Then you start keeping.
And do them.
And do them. You're supposed to do them. But you got to learn them first. Now you got to hear first. Then you got to learn. Then you got to do them. Read.
Yahweh our Elohim made a covenant with us in Horeb. Yahweh made not this covenant with our fathers, but with us, even us, who are all of us here alive this day. Yahweh talked with you face to face in the mount out of the midst of the fire. I stood between Yahweh and you at that time to show you the word of Yahweh.
To show you the word of Yah. That's what Moses did to win to get the word of Yah for us.
For ye were afraid by reason of the fire, and went not up into the mount, saying, I am Yahweh thy Elohim.
Now these are the words that he went and got from Yahweh and told them. He came back and told the children of Israel, these are the words that Moses got from Yah. What did he say? I am Yahweh thy Elohim.
Which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
Out of slavery. I'm the one brought you out of slavery.
Thou shalt have none other deities before me.
So you supposed to learn not to have no other God. You got to get rid of the New Testament, the Quran, the Hadith, and all these other books. You cannot serve and love Yahweh with all your heart, might, and soul and believing in another book. You cannot do it. Now, this first word told you, thou shalt not have no other God before me, so they kills all the books. Read. Because all them other books ain't talking about Yah. They talking about something else. They talking about somebody else. Read.
Thou shalt not make thee any graven image.
The other books got you making graven images, wearing crosses and statues and pictures. This book say don't do it. Read.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above.
Don't put no picture on your wall of a fish, a man, or whoever it is. Don't make no graven image of nobody and put it up on your wall or wear it on your chest as a cross. You a fool if you do that. The book popping it. Read.
Or that is in the earth beneath.
Anything that's in the earth beneath.
Or that is in the waters beneath the earth.
And if you go down in the water and see something, put it, make it an image. Don't do none of this. He covering the whole world from top to bottom. Read.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them.
Don't believe in this junk and bow down to nobody else but Yah. Read.
Nor serve them.
You ain't supposed to be talking about nobody but Yah. Don't serve nobody but Yah.
For I, Yahweh, thy Elohim, am a jealous Elohim.
And he's jealous when you talk about a Quran, a hadith, or apocrypha, or another book, the Almighty get mad. He say he's jealous because I didn't speak in them other books. The Most High never spoke in them other books. He only spoke right here in these books. Read.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
And he gonna visit the third and the fourth generation of all these people that hate Yah. Because they say they love you a lot. Because if you love Yahweh, you wouldn't be talking about no other book. Only book you would be talking about is this book. That's when I know you hate Yah. The book popping it. Read.
And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
And I know you don't love me because you ain't keeping his commandments. That's right. I'm a commandment keeper. And all these brothers and sisters on here, y'all commandment keepers. That's when I know y'all love y'all because your actions speak louder than words. Y'all doing it. Okay, keep reading.
Thou shalt not take the name of Yahweh thy Elohim in vain.
And you ain't supposed to take his name in vain, meaning you gonna talk about another God over him. When you speak about another God, you taking his name in vain. You giving credit to somebody that ain't did nothing. The New Testament, Quran, and Hadith, them books ain't did nothing. Read.
For Yahweh will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
He ain't gonna play with you. You talking about another God in his name. Ain't but one, the Most High, and that's the Almighty Yah. Ain't no another one. Yes, a land full of God, but they all fake, phony, and they ain't no good. They ain't nothing. We the only one got the true and living Elohim. Read.
Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it.
You supposed to be chilling today, keeping this Sabbath day, chilling.
As Yahweh thy Elohim hath commanded thee.
He commanded us to keep this day. This come from Yah. This didn't come from no man. If the Most High Yah told you to keep his Sabbath day, that's what it is. Ain't no exception and excuses to what the book say. You can't have no excuse. I don't care if Mr. Charlie wants you to come in and work. You tell him, I love Yah, and I'm not coming. Fire me. I'd rather be fired by a man than burned up by Yah. Ain't studying no job. If the job don't job me, I ain't gonna job the job. That's what my uncle used to always say. I ain't studying no job. Yah is my job. Read.
6 days thou shalt labor.
He give you 6 days to go to work. Ain't no such thing. You working 7 days a week. You got to be a retarded fool.
And do all thy work.
If you can't do it in 6 days, don't worry about it.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of Yahweh thy Elohim.
That's Yahweh's day. I didn't tell it to you, I showed it to you. That's Yahweh's day. That's the day he made and created for man to sit his stinking tail down. All men, not just black men, all men supposed to be keeping the Sabbath day. Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
And he told every man on the planet, don't do no work on my Sabbath day.
Thou, nor thy son.
If you got a son, sit down, son.
Nor thy daughter.
Sit down, daughter.
Nor thy manservant.
Your servant, manservant and maidservant, sit down.
Nor thy maidservant.
Don't nobody move. Don't nothing move on the Sabbath day.
Nor thine ox, nor thine ass.
Yo, animals, you ain't got no business working them. They supposed to sit down. All animals, all men sit down.
Nor any of thy cattle.
Any of your cattle.
Nor thy stranger that's within thy gates.
If you got a Puerto Rican, a white man, or a Japanese, or any kind of man staying with you, you don't make him go to work and you keep the Sabbath. Everybody supposed to keep the Sabbath. Even a stranger, if he stay with you or with you, he supposed to be resting and serving Yah. Don't work him while you rest. Sit down. Hey, boy, get in here, man. We keeping the Sabbath. You ain't got to cut no grass a day. That's right. Tell them, sit down. Read.
That thy manservant and thy maidservant may rest as well as thou.
They do what you do. That's right. Everybody rest.
And remember that thou was a servant in the land of Egypt.
Remember that you was a slave in Egypt.
And that Yahweh thy Elohim brought thee out thence through a mighty hand.
And he did that. Read.
Stretched out arm. Therefore Yahweh thy Elohim commanded thee to keep the Sabbath day.
This is a command from Yah to keep his Sabbath day. He ain't playing with you about no Sabbath day. That's when he gonna kill you. That's when all this bad stuff happening to this world because they breaking his Sabbath day. He is not playing about his Sabbath day. He wants everybody under the sun to keep that Sabbath day. And when you don't, he going to curse you and plague you all the way to the graveyard. Read.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Honor your father and mother. They got Mother's Day before Father's Day in the month. Your father come before your mama. You supposed to honor your father and mother. Read.
As Yahweh thy Elohim have commanded thee.
And this is a command. Talking about, oh, my mama and daddy smoking crack. I don't care what they doing. The book say honor them. Oh, my daddy alcoholic. The book say honor them. Oh, my daddy bisexual. The book say honor them. I don't care what your mom and daddy is. The book say honor them. Don't put what he is. Oh, he a dope fiend. He a crackhead. He a homosexual. He an alcoholic. He ain't never did nothing for me. He ain't bought me nothing. I ain't seen my daddy in 40 years. The book say honor him. Read.
That thy days may be prolonged.
And the reason why you ain't gonna live no long time because you don't honor your father and mother. The book say you're gonna live a long time when you honor your father and mother. Do you wonder why these kids getting killed and dying? Because they ain't honoring their father and mother. Read.
And that it may go well with thee.
That's right. Read.
And the land which Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee, thou shalt not murder.
You ain't supposed to murder nobody. So what, he owe you $1 million? Let him go. So what, he did this and did that? You better let the Most High do it. You better not murder one of the Most High people. Read.
Neither shalt thou commit adultery.
Don't commit adultery because you got 3 or 4 ways to commit adultery. Messing with another man's wife, going to church, all that's committing adultery. Now, a man can have more than one woman and one wife. That's what the book say. I didn't listen. Only way a woman can't have number one man at a time. But a man can have 2 or 3 wives and women. That's right. That's in the book. But that's a whole nother subject, and I ain't finna get off into that. But committing adultery, if a man mess with another man's wife, that's committing adultery. When he go to church, he committing adultery and don't even know it. Read.
Neither shalt thou steal.
You ain't got no business stealing nothing. I ain't never stole nothing in my life. Read.
Neither shalt thou bear false witness against thy neighbor.
And don't lie on your neighbor. You lying on a person, talking about this, that, to get brownie points or whatever point. A stool pigeon or a rat get up in the courtroom and lie on somebody. Oh, I bought 2 keys from him. You a lie. Don't you lie on nobody.
Neither shalt thou desire thy neighbor's wife.
Don't be running after somebody else's wife and woman. Looking at her. Ooh, her booty big and juicy. Boy, I can't wait. I wish. Don't lust after no other man's wife or woman. Don't do it. That's what the commandment said. Read.
Neither shalt thou covet thy neighbor's house.
Don't be wanting your neighbor's house. Hope he dies so you can end up getting that house.
His field.
His field.
Or his manservant.
Don't be wanting nothing to nobody. Read.
Or his maidservant.
Don't want nothing.
His ox.
Don't want nothing.
Or his ass.
Don't want nothing in your neighbors.
Or anything that is thy neighbor.
That's right. Don't want nothing in your neighbors.
These are the words Yahweh spake unto all your assembly in the mount out of the midst of the fire.
Now he say what? These are what?
These are the words Yahweh spake unto all your assembly in the mount out of the midst of the fire.
These are Yahweh words. I didn't write them. I'm popping corn. All this is from Yah. So these Yahweh words, and that's what I'm talking about today, boy. The book is written about. The Almighty has something to do with it. These are his words. Okay, go to Deuteronomy 8. I ain't telling you nothing. I'm showing it to you. If you don't understand this, I don't know what to tell you. Deuteronomy 8 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 1.
I'm going to show you all day that these Yahweh words, not Moses' words, not Jeremiah's words, not Paul's words, not JC words, not Peter's words, Yah's words. Read.
All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye observe to do, that ye may live and multiply, and go and possess the land which Yahweh swore unto your fathers. And thou shalt remember all the way which Yahweh thy Elohim led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee, to know what was in thine heart.
And we're going to the wilderness again from here. He's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna prove it and see if you want honey, gonna serve Yah. We're gonna go through the same thing that doing the Egyptian. When we leave America, we're going to the wilderness, and he's gonna do the same thing again. Read.
Whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no.
He gonna find out whether you 100 or you a 0.
And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not.
You didn't know how you was gonna eat, and the Most High fed you, and you didn't even know how you was gonna eat.
Neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread only.
You don't just live by no food,
but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh doth man live.
That's corn there. He said, live by food and live by every word that come out of Yahweh's mouth. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm popping corn to letting the world know that this is Yahweh's book and these are his words. Now read that again. I'm finna shut up so they can understand that. Read. You ain't put in just to eat good and live good. You got to keep every word. And this word is only in the book. This book, not them other books. Read.
And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger.
That's right.
And fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know, that he might make thee know that man doth not live by bread only.
Man don't just live by bread only. Read.
But by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Yahweh doth man live.
A man's supposed to live by every word that come out of Yahweh's mouth. That's right. By the word. And the only way you're going to find his word is right here in this Old Testament. No other book. So don't be telling me about no other book. I don't want to hear it. Because he said it's in this book. That's Deuteronomy 8.
Yeah.
Go to 9. Okay. Deuteronomy 9 is good. Let me see. Start at 3rd verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 3. Understand therefore this day that Yahweh thy Elohim is he which goeth over before thee, as a consuming fire he shall destroy them.
That's right, he's going to destroy them.
And he shall bring them down before thy face. So shalt thou drive them out and destroy them quickly, as Yahweh have said unto thee.
Yahweh said that's right, he's going to protect the righteous.
Speak not thou in thine heart, after that Yahweh thy Elohim have cast them out from before thee, saying, For my righteousness Yahweh have brought me in to possess this land, but for the wickedness of these nations Yahweh do drive them out from before thee. Mm-hmm. Not for thy righteousness or for the uprightness of thy heart dost thou go to possess their land, but for the wickedness of these nations Yahweh thy Elohim do drive them out from before thee, and that ye may perform the word which Yahweh swore unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Perform the word. That's what I'm talking about. Perform the word. Read.
Understand therefore that Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee not this good land to possess it for thy righteousness, for thou art a stiff-necked people.
He didn't give it to us because we are stiff-necked people, and we still stiff-necked to this day. Hard-headed, stiff-necked, and rebellious to this day. Ain't nothing changed. We still the same way. The Deuteronomy 34. Still hard-headed. Can't tell these black folks nothing. They already know everything. Okay, read this. 34:1.
Deuteronomy chapter 34, verse 1. And Moses Moab unto the mountains of Nebo, to the top of Pisgah, that is over against Jericho. And Yahweh showed him all the land of Gilead.
Yahweh showed him all the land. Read.
Unto Dan, and all of Naphtali, and the land of Ephraim, and Manasseh, and all the land of Judah, unto the utmost sea, and the south, and the plain of the valley of Jericho, the city of palm trees, unto Zoar. And Yahweh said unto him,
Yahweh said to Moses, watch this.
This is the land which I swore unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob, saying, I will give it unto thy seed. I have caused thee to see it with thine eyes.
He caused Moses to see it with his own eyes.
but thou shalt not go over thither.
But you ain't gonna be able to go, Moses.
So Moses, the servant of Yahweh, died in the plain of Moab.
He was a servant of Yah. Moses was a servant of Yah, died in the land of Moab. Read.
According to the word of Yahweh.
Yahweh word, he said that Moses, he did. Watch this, what he gonna do? Read.
And he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab.
Now, did y'all know that Moses was the only man in the Bible that Yahweh buried? He was the only man that Yahweh buried. Boy, hey, that's a statement right there. And man, boy, cause boy, he ain't dealt with nobody like he did with Moses, boy. But to make a long story short, Yahweh buried Moses. Read. Somebody had told me one time that an angel buried. That's a lie. The book say Yahweh buried it. Read.
Over against Beth Peor, but no man knoweth of his sepulchre unto this day.
Don't nobody in the world know where Moses' body is to this day. Yahweh buried him, and don't nobody know where his body is. So if you hear somebody talk about they found the bones of Moses, or they know where Moses' cave, they are lie. Read.
And Moses was 120 years old when he died.
He was 120 years old when he died. In his read.
His eye was not dim.
He was not blind. He didn't wear glasses like me. He could see from here to wherever. He could see good.
Nor his natural force abated.
And he kept, boy, listen. And he still was performing. Having sex with this man, he was still be able to get it up. Read.
And the children of Israel wept for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days. So the days of weeping and mourning for Moses were ended.
That's right.
And Joshua the son of Nun was full of the spirit of wisdom.
Joshua was full of the spirit of wisdom. Because after Moses died, Joshua took over. He was full of the wisdom and spirit.
For Moses had laid his hands upon him, and the children of Israel hearkened unto him.
And that's what they do now, but they perpetrating the fraud. Moses laid hands on Joshua because Moses was a man of Yah. He could do that. But when these fake preachers put their hand on somebody in church, they fall down, that's all propaganda. That's a lie. The Almighty ain't dealt with no Christian preacher or no Islamic man in the world. He ain't studying y'all. So when you in church and you put your hand on the sister, she fall down, go to jumping around like a fish out of water. All that's propaganda. All that's some junk. This is real talk. When Moses laid hands on Joshua, this is the real deal here.
And did as Yahweh commanded Moses.
They did as Yahweh commanded Moses.
And there arose not a prophet since in Israel like unto Moses.
Wasn't nobody like Moses. That's what I say. It wasn't no man on earth that ever lived that was like Moses. But they talk about JC this, JC that. JC won a fart in the windstorm. You can't compare JC with no prophet in the Old Testament, let alone Moses. He way out in front of him. Read.
Whom Yahweh knew face to face.
He knew this man face to face. Who did he know in the New Testament face to face? I'm going to give you $500 if you could show me where Yahweh knew any man in the Quran, the New Testament, Hadith, Apocrypha that he knew face to face. You get some money. Now, and if you can't show me, shut up. Read.
And all the signs and the wonders which Yahweh sent him to do in the land of Egypt to Pharaoh and to all his servants and to all his land, and all that mighty hand, and all that, and all the great terror which Moses showed in the sight of all Israel.
And all Israel, that's right. Because Moses worked for Yah. Okay, Joshua 8. Joshua 8 and Joshua 8 and 24. Yeah.
Joshua chapter 8, verse 24. And it came to pass when Israel had made an end of slaying all the inhabitants of Ai in the field, and the wilderness wherein they chased them, and when they were all fallen on the edge of the sword until they were consumed, that all the Israelites returned unto Ai and smote it with the edge of the sword. And so it was that all that fell that day, both the men and women, were 12,000, even all the men of Ai. For Joshua drew not his hand back, wherewith he stretched out the spear, until he had utterly destroyed all the inhabitants of Ai. Only the cattle and the spoil of that city Israel took for a prey unto themselves, according unto the word of Yahweh which he commanded Joshua.
According to the word of Yah, he commanded Joshua. That's right. Now Joshua getting it from Yahweh. The word of Yah is going to Joshua. What verse was that?
27.
Okay, read 20 and then that'll be it.
And Joshua burnt Ai and made it a heap forever, even a desolation unto this day.
Okay, that's all I need. Okay, that's Joshua 4. Let's go 14. Joshua 14 and the 7th verse. Okay.
Joshua chapter 14, verse 7. 40 years old was I when Moses, the servant of Yahweh, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to espy out the land.
He was 40 years old.
And I brought him word again as it was in my heart.
I told him everything that was in my heart.
Nevertheless, my brethren that went up with me made the heart of the people melt. But I wholly follow Yahweh my Elohim.
I'm following Yah.
And Moses swore on that day, saying, surely the land whereon thy feet have trodden shall be thy inheritance, and thy children's forever, because thou hast wholly followed Yahweh my Elohim.
And that's what you're supposed to do, wholly follow Yahweh.
And now, behold, Yahweh hath kept me alive, as he said, these 45 years, even since Yahweh spake this word unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness.
Spake this word right here to Moses. Yahweh spoke these words unto Moses.
And now, lo, I am this day 85 years old.
In other words, he 85 years old, because he scores 20. So he 85 years old.
As yet I am as strong this day as I was in the day that Moses sent me.
He was just as strong as 85 years old. When he was 40 years old, he still had the same strength. Joshua was a cold piece of work. Read.
As my strength was then, even so is my strength now.
Same thing. I'm just as strong as I was at 85 years old. And however, was it 25, 45, or whatever? Yeah. Okay, anyway, yeah.
For war, both to go out and to come in.
He was a goon now. Joshua was a goon.
Now therefore give me this mountain, whereof Yahweh spake in that day, for thou heardest in that day how the Anakims were there, and that the cities were great and fenced. If so be Yahweh will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out, as Yahweh said.
Okay, that's all I need. Yahweh said, okay, let's go to 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel, let me think on 15. Yeah, 1 Samuel 15 and 1.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 1. Samuel also said unto Saul, Yahweh sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people.
He said, Yahweh sent him now. Who sent Paul? Who sent Peter? Who sent John or JC? Who sent them? Yahweh didn't send them, so they're irrelevant. They don't mean they ain't a father in windstorm. Read that again.
Samuel also said unto Saul, Yahweh sent me to anoint thee to be king over his people.
Yahweh sent him. Read.
Over Israel. Now therefore hearken thou unto the voice of the words of Yahweh.
Listen to Yah, because he sent me. That's what Samuel telling him. Listen to Yahweh, because what I'm saying is with Yahweh words. I'm not speaking my own word. I'm talking about what thus said Yah said. That's what he told Saul. Yahweh sent him, and I'm coming in the name of Yah. Read.
Thus saith Yahweh of hosts.
He started off, thus said Yah.
I remember that which Amalek did to Israel.
I remember what Amalek, the enemy, did to Israel.
How he laid wait for him in the way when he came up from Egypt.
That's right. He laid and waited. Watch this.
Now go and smite Amalek.
Go and kill Amalek. Now that was Samuel telling Saul to do.
And utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not.
Kill everybody in the city. Don't leave none living, even a roach, a cockroach. everything got to go. That's coming from Yah now. And he told Saul what to do. Now listen.
But slay both man and woman,
Slay all the men and the women.
infant and suckling.
I don't care nothing about them being a month, 2 months old, 3 months old. That what the book say. Kill them all.
Oxen, sheep,
all the animals.
Camel and ass.
That's right. Now, he got an order from Yahweh, and Samuel told Saul to go handle that business, and watch what happened. Read.
And Saul gathered the people together.
He gathered all the goons together.
And numbered them in Telaim, 200,000 footmen.
He had 200,000. Can you imagine that? 200,000?
And 10,000 men of Judah.
And Judah went with him.
And Saul came to a city of Amalek.
He went out to the city what Yahweh told Samuel to tell him.
And laid in wait in the valley.
He laid and waited.
And Saul said unto the Kenites, Go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites.
Get from away from them, because it's finna be a bloodbath now.
Lest I destroy you with them.
I'm gonna kill them. That's right. He had the right frame, man, but watch how the story get twisted. Right, read.
For ye show kindness to all the children of Israel.
That read. You was 100. You showed mercy to the children of Israel. Like the people in this world, you better favor and pay them Hebrew Israelites some attention. Then the Almighty will pay and have mercy on you. Read.
When they came up out of Egypt, so the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites.
They got on away from them now, because it's finna be a bloodbath.
And Saul smote the Amalekites from
What verse you at?
7.
Okay.
And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah.
He killed a bunch of them. He did the job half done. He half did it though. Read.
Until thou comes to Shur, that is over against Egypt.
Now watch this.
And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive.
He left the king alive. He didn't kill Agag, but he supposed to kill. He got an order to kill everybody, but he left Agag alive. So he rebelled against Yahweh because he didn't follow orders like he's supposed to. He told kill everybody, but he got the king Agag. Now watch this.
And utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
He destroyed all the people that the sword, but he left Agag, their king, alive. Read.
But Saul and the people spared Agag.
They spared Agag. You disobeyed Yah. You disobeyed Samuel. Read.
And the best of the sheep.
Now you kept all the best of all the pretty sheep.
And of the oxen.
You kept all the pretty oxen. Now he was ordered to kill everything and everybody. Read.
And of the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good.
Everything that was good in his eyes, he kept for himself. So he rebelled against Yahweh and Samuel. Read.
And would not utterly destroy them.
And was hard-headed and stiff-necked, rebellious, and didn't do it. Read.
But everything that was vile and refused, that they utterly destroyed.
Everything that wasn't no good, he got rid of. But he kept the king alive, and he kept the best of the animals alive. Read.
Then came the word of Yahweh unto Samuel.
Then Yahweh, that's right, the word came to Samuel from Yah. Read.
Saying, It repented me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he has turned back from following me.
He have turned. That's what the people doing today. Because when you go to Quran, the New Testament, the Hadith, or another book, you rebellious, and the Almighty gonna do something to you. Read.
And have not performed my commandments.
And you ain't performed because he told you to do one thing, you did something else.
And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto Yahweh all night.
He cried all night.
And when Samuel rose early to meet Saul in the morning,
he went to meet him, boy, because he was upset. He mad at Saul. Read.
And it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set him up a place, and is going about, and passed on, and going down to Gilgal. And Samuel said to Saul,
No, he came. Samuel came.
And Samuel came to Saul.
He came to Saul.
And Saul said unto him,
Now watch this.
Blessed be thou of Yahweh.
Are you a clown, Saul? Ain't no you perpetrating a fraud. You ain't did nothing that Yahweh say do. Now you acting like you humble and you 100. Read.
I have performed the commandment of Yahweh.
You a lie. You ain't conform no commandment of Yahweh. Yahweh told you to go down there and handle that business, kill everything that's moving and breathing. You didn't do it. So you told a lie, Saul. Read.
And Samuel said, What meaneth this? What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in my ears?
Why is I'm still listening to sheep alive? Man, I'm listening to that. Read.
And the lowing of the oxen which I hear.
I hear animals living and breathing. I hear them.
And Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto Yahweh thy Elohim, and the rest we have utterly destroyed.
I didn't tell you to do it that way. Now you're doing it the way you want to do it. I told you to handle business, and you gonna tell me reason why you kept the sheep alive. I told you to get rid of them. Read.
Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what Yahweh has said to me this night.
You stay right here. I'm finna go, and I'm gonna get back with you, and I'm gonna tell you what Yahweh said when I get back. Read.
And he said unto him, Say on. And Samuel said, When thou wast little in thy own sight, wast thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel?
Now he telling about when the story was young. When you was young,
and Yahweh anointed thee king over Israel.
He anointed you king over Israel because you was 100 when you was a youngster.
And Yahweh sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners of the Amalekites and fight against them until they be consumed.
He told you to go kill everybody until everybody be consumed, be destroyed, be dead.
Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of Yahweh?
Why come you didn't obey what Yahweh said? Yahweh said, go handle that business, take care of that business, but you're going to do it your way. Your way, Saul, not Yahweh's way. You're going to do what you want to do. You had an order to go down there, to handle that business, take care of business, kill everybody, but you're going to leave the sheep alive and ain't got a king alive. So you disrespected and violated Yahweh's command. Read.
But didst fly upon the spoil and didst evil in the sight of Yahweh.
What is evil against the sight of Yahweh? When the Almighty Yahweh tell you to keep his laws, his statute, his precept, his judgment commandment, and you don't do it, that's evil. The same way Saul was, he was evil just like these people in America. Y'all evil when the Most High telling you to do it and you don't do it. Read.
And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of Yahweh.
You a lie, Saul. You ain't obeyed.
And have gone the way which Yahweh sent me.
You a lie, Saul. You didn't go the way. You went your way. You didn't do it the way y'all say do it. You a lie, Saul.
And have brought Agag, the king of Amalek.
He didn't tell him to bring Agag. He supposed to brought his head. He supposed to have numbered his head in his hand. Not the he ain't supposed to been living. Read.
And have utterly destroyed the Amalekites.
You a lie. You didn't utterly destroy them.
But the people took up the spoil.
Now the people, you put it on the people now, making excuses. The people. Hey, you the king, Saul. You people over listening to you and what you say. Whatever the king say. Ain't no people. Read.
Sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed.
Everything supposed to die.
To sacrifice unto Yahweh.
What verse you at?
21.
Okay.
To sacrifice unto Yahweh thy Elohim in Gilgal.
I didn't tell you to do that that way, so I said go handle the business, take care of everybody, but you gonna go do it your way. Read.
And Samuel said,
Now watch what Samuel tell him now.
Hath Yahweh as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices?
Do the Almighty desire that? Do he want you to sacrifice and burn up? The Almighty ain't studying that. Read.
As in obeying the voice of Yahweh.
The Almighty wants you to obey his voice, obey his word, do what I say do. The Almighty don't care nothing about no sacrifice or no what's the other word? No burnt offering. He don't care nothing about that. He gonna tell you. Watch this. Read.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
To obey. You got to obey. He ain't worried about no sacrifice. You can't substitute no sacrifice with obeying. Now, Almighty, he say rather for you to obey to give me a sacrifice. Take that sacrifice and stick it up in your butt. Read.
and to hearken than the fat of rams.
Then the hearken is the fat of rams. Read.
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
When you rebel against the word of Yah, you just like witchcraft. That's right. You ain't no earthly good when the Most High Yahweh told you to do it his way and you do it another way. He told you to keep his laws, his statute, his precept, his judgment, and commandment, and you talking about a Quran, a Hadith, or any apocrypha, or any book. You a fool. You a zip-zap D-A-M fool. Read.
And stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry.
That's right. You just like all this when you sin against Yah. When he tell you to do something, you don't do it. Read.
Because thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh.
Because you reject the word. You reject the word of Yah. When the Most High tell you to do something you don't do and you reject it, you was just like a witchcraft, stubbornness, and you a sinner. Read.
He have also rejected thee from being king.
That's the reason why he took Saul from being king. Why? Because the Most High told him to do something and he did it the way he wanted to do it. And the same thing applies to y'all and us today. He is not going to play with you. Almighty Yah ain't going to play with us. That's right. Either you for real or you faking. You 100 or you a 0. Boy, you can't have it both ways. Read.
And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned.
Now you admit you sinned, but you told a lie over here saying, I did everything the Most High said. I'm 100. You told 3 lies. But now you coming on with it. What Saul say?
And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned.
I lied and sinned. I ain't did right. That's right. Humble yourself. Because he know he lied. Read.
For I have transgressed the commandment of Yahweh.
I didn't do what y'all told me to do. That's right. Transgress meaning I didn't do it the way Yahweh said do it. I did it the way I wanted to do it. Like in the New Testament. I, Paul, say so-and-so, so-and-so. I, Paul, say. You ain't supposed to use that word. I ain't nothing. It's Yah. Ain't no I. Read.
And thy words, because I fear the people.
I fear the people. Just like today, everybody fear a person. Read.
And obey their voice.
I obey the people voice. They listen to man. They listen to a man. I'm listening to Yah. I ain't studying no man.
Now therefore, I pray thee, pardon my sin, and turn again with me.
Now he wants some forgiveness. He wants somebody to forgive him now.
That I may worship Yahweh.
Now you ready to do the right thing. But you should have did the right thing the first time. Not the second time. Do it the way he said do it the first time. Then we wouldn't be having this conversation. If you do something right the first time, we wouldn't have this conversation. Read.
And Samuel said unto Saul,
now watch what he tell him.
I will not return with thee.
I ain't studying you.
For thou hast rejected the word of Yahweh.
You had a chance to do right, but you rejected the word of Yah. Same thing apply to everybody in this world. I'm popping corn. And when I get through popping corn and you ain't studying what I'm talking about, Yahweh gonna do something to you. Read.
And Yahweh have rejected thee from being king over Israel.
And he took away the kingdom. He took away because you was hard-headed, stiff-necked, and rebellious. The Almighty gonna strip you from your rank. What goes up must come down. I don't care nothing about you being a king or a president. The Almighty take you down. That's right. That's all I needed. I had to prove a point today about Saul. That was 1 Samuel.
Yeah.
Let's go to 2 Samuel. So it's all about obeying the word of Yah. That's what it's all about. Yes, sir. Hold all them comments and questions because we're going to get to all that. Let me get through with this corn, though. Let me see. What I say, 2 Samuel? Let me see. Let me get some. I see. What? 2 Samuel. Let's go to 1. 7. Let me see. Yeah, first verse. 2 Samuel. Chapter 1. 2 Samuel. Chapter 7, verse 1.
2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 1. And it came to pass when the king sat in his house, and Yahweh had given him rest round about from all his enemies, that the king said unto Nathan the prophet,
Now this King David now.
now I dwell in a house of cedar, but the ark of Elohim dwelleth within curtains. And Nathan said to the king, Go, do all that is in thine heart, for Yahweh is with thee.
Yahweh with King David. He ain't been with nobody in the New Testament. You got to be retarded if you believe and think that. Read.
And it came to pass that night that the word of Yahweh came unto Nathan.
The word of Yahweh came to Nathan. Nathan was a prophet,
saying, Go and tell my servant David.
Now he told Nathan to go and tell my servant David. That's what Yahweh told Nathan.
Thus saith Yahweh.
Thus said Yah.
Shalt thou build me a house for me to dwell in, whereas I have not dwelt in any house since the time that I brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt, even to this day, but have walked in a tent and in a tabernacle.
He walked in the tent and the tabernacle. So that let me know the Almighty ain't in no church or no building. He said, I walk in a tent or a tabernacle. So all these buildings, these cathedrals, the Almighty Yahweh is not there. He's not there. Read that again, because I want the world to see this and understand this. This corn here. So them buildings don't mean nothing. Read.
Whereas I have not dwelt in any house since the time that I brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt, even to this day, but have walked in a tent and in a tabernacle.
But I'm walking in a tent and a tabernacle. That's right. That's what the book said. I didn't tell it to you. I showed it to you. They gonna walk in. Read.
And all the places wherein I have walked with all the children of Israel spake I a word with any of the tribes of Israel, whom I command to feed my people Israel, saying, Why build ye not me a house of cedar?
Okay, that's all I needed. In other words, the Most High gonna walk with his people. That's right. That's what it say. What was that? Let's go to 1 King. Okay, let me see. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, 1 Kings 2 and 1.
1 Kings chapter 2, verse 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die, and he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth.
I'm finna die, Solomon.
Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
Hey, this what he left. The last thing he told his son to do, he said, I'm finna die, Solomon, and watch he pop this corn. Watch what King David told Saul to do. Let's see if he told him to go to church, be baptized, or wear a cross, or go get a hadith, or a New Testament, or any other book, or apocrypha. Let's see if King David told him this. Read.
Keep the charge of Yahweh thy Elohim.
Keep the charge of Yah.
To walk in his ways.
Walk in Yah ways.
To keep his statutes.
To keep Yah statutes.
And his commandments.
And his commandments. He didn't say nothing about no another book.
And his judgments.
And his judgment. He didn't say nothing about no another book.
And his testimonies.
And his testimony. He didn't never say nothing about no another book.
As it is written in the law of Moses.
Written in the law. That's right. Written in the law of Moses. Why? Because Yahweh gave it to Moses. Boy, he representing that. This is what he tell him on his deathbed. That's right. He tell him this on his deathbed. I'm finna leave here. Do it this way. Read.
That thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest.
Everything that you do, you're going to prosper if you do it the way I say do it. Serve Yah with all your heart and soul. And you don't worry about no another book. You don't worry about the other books. Read.
And whithersoever thou turnest thyself, that Yahweh may continue his word which he spake concerning me, saying, If thy children take heed to their way, to walk before me in truth with all their heart, with all their soul.
In truth, you got to walk before truth with all your heart. You ain't going to be listening and reading no another book.
There shall not fail thee, said he, a man on the throne of Israel.
But they didn't do it. That's right. That's all I needed. King David was finna die, and he told his son to serve Yah. Keep all his ways and laws and statutes and judgments. He didn't tell him to go no church, wear a cross, be baptized, believe in Christianity, believe in Islam, go get a Quran. He didn't tell him none of that junk. Boy, you got to read that again, because, boy, that's going. I don't care what you say. Read that. No, start all over.
Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die,
David finna leave here.
and he charged Solomon his son,
He charged his son Solomon,
saying,
this is what he tell him now.
I go the way of all the earth.
I'm going to the graveyard.
Be thou strong, therefore,
Be strong. Don't listen to no other man.
and show thyself a man,
And don't listen to no other. Show yourself a man. This is what you do, though, Solomon.
and keep the charge of Yahweh thy Elohim,
Keep the charge of Yah.
to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest.
Do it to the graveyard. That's what I said. I'm going all the way to the graveyard with it. King David went to the graveyard with it. That's right. That was First King.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to 1 Kings 6. Let's see. 1 Kings 6. Let me see. Yeah. 1 Kings 6. And start at the 11th verse. 11. Yeah.
1 Kings chapter 6, verse 11. And the word of Yahweh came to Solomon, saying,
Now the word came to Solomon from Yah.
concerning this house which thou art in building, if thou wilt walk in my statutes,
If you walk in my statutes, Solomon,
and execute my judgments,
and execute my judgments, Solomon,
and keep all my commandments to walk in them,
Solomon,
then will I perform my word with thee, which I spake unto David thy father.
just like David your father, because he was 1,000. He went all the way to the graveyard with thus said Yah on his mind.
And I will dwell among the children of Israel,
He go dwell among us,
and will not forsake my people Israel.
his people, because that's the only people he chose with the Hebrew Israelite. He didn't choose nobody else.
So Solomon built the house and finished
And
it.
finished it. All right, then. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, go to 1 Kings, I think. Let me see. 12 and 24. Yeah. 12 and 24. 1 Kings.
1 Kings chapter 12, verse 24. Thus saith Yahweh,
You will never see this in the New Testament or the Quran or Hadith, all them other books. It said, thus said Yah.
ye shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren, the children of Israel. Return every man to his house, for this thing is from me. They hearken therefore to the word of Yahweh,
They listen to the word of Yah.
and return to depart according to the word of Yahweh.
They did what Yah say do, the word of Yah. That's what I'm talking about today. We supposed to listen to the word of Yah. And don't care who mouth is coming out of. If he coming thus saying Yah, you listen to him. Over there, go to 18. You don't listen to no man ain't talking about Yahweh and then King David. You a fool if you listen to him. 18 and 36. Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I want 1 King 18 and 36.
1 Kings chapter 18, verse 36. And it came to pass at the time of the offering of the evening sacrifice that Elijah the prophet came near and said, Yahweh Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and of Israel, let it be known this day that thou art Elohim in Israel, and that I am thy servant, and that I have done all these things at thy word.
I do everything that Yahweh say do. I do it at his word. Nobody else, no other book. I do it in his word. That's what the book just said. Okay. That was let's go to 2 Kings. His word. His word ain't in no other book. 9 and let me see one. 9 and 36.
2 Kings chapter 9, verse 36. Wherefore they came again and told him, and he said, This is the word of Yahweh,
This is the word of Yah,
which he spake by his servant Elijah the Tishbite, saying, In the portion of Jezreel shall dogs eat the flesh of Jezebel.
These dogs gonna eat Jezebel up because Jezebel was a wicked woman. Okay, let's go to Psalm. Yeah, do some Psalms right quick. Let me get some Psalms in here. Let's go to 33 and 33 and 4. Psalms 33 and 4, yeah.
Psalms chapter 33, verse 4. For the word of Yahweh is right.
If the word of Yahweh is right, what we need with another book? Say the word. Say it again.
For the word of Yahweh is right.
The word of Yahweh is right.
And all his works are done in truth.
And everything that he do is in truth. That's right. The word of Yahweh is right. That's right. Okay, go to Psalm 56. And that's what we talking about, Yahweh word. I ain't telling you about nobody else's word. I'm showing you what does say Yah. If I was talking about somebody else, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me if I'm talking about anybody else. I'm talking about King David. I mean, Yahweh and King David. That's it and that's all. All the way to the graveyard. I say 56 or 50. Let's see. Yeah, 56 and 4.
Psalm chapter 56, verse 4. And Elohim, I will praise his word.
I'm going to praise his word. And that's what I'm doing. I'm popping corn about his word.
And Elohim, I have put my trust.
I don't trust in nobody but Yah.
I will not fear what flesh can do unto me.
And I'm not studying these people. That's all. I think you skip on down to 10.
Verse 10. And Elohim will I praise his word.
We gonna praise Yahweh Elohim word.
And Yahweh will I praise his word.
That's right.
And Elohim have I put my trust.
I'll put my trust in Yah.
I will not be afraid what man can do unto me.
You think I'm worried about what a man gonna do to me? No, sir. Because if I was scared and worried about it, I wouldn't be popping corn. I'm showing you I ain't scared. That's all. That's all I needed. Let's go to Psalms 68. Yahweh is my protector and my shield. Well, he gonna kill their whole family. You do something to me. Psalm 68 and 11.
Psalm chapter 68, verse 11.
Yes, sir.
Yahweh gave the word.
Yahweh gave the word.
Great was the company of those that published it.
The company that published this word, they did it. That's right. This word been published. Read it again.
Yahweh gave the word.
Yahweh gave you the Old Testament, the word.
Great was the company of those that published it.
And they published it. That's where I popped corn today, because they published it. That's right. That's all I needed. I'm letting you know the Most High did it. What was that, 68 and 11?
Yeah.
Psalm 103. Let me see. Yahweh had the word published. Don't let nobody tell you somebody else did this, somebody else did that. The book popping it. The Almighty said these his words. What I say? Let's see. I said 106, didn't I?
103.
Did I say one? Yeah, I ain't read 103 yet.
Mm-mm.
Okay, yeah, okay. 103 is what I want then. Psalm 103 and let's go to 19.
Psalm chapter 103, verse 19. Yahweh had prepared his throne in the heavens.
He prepared his throne in the heavens.
And his kingdom ruleth over all.
And his kingdom ruleth over all.
Bless Yahweh, ye his angels, that excel in strength, that do his commandments.
That the angels do his commandments.
Hearken unto the voice of his word.
Everybody's supposed to hearken to the voice of Yahweh's word. Listen to Yahweh's word. And that's what I'm talking about today. We talking about Yahweh's word, and I'm showing it to you. I ain't telling you nothing. I'm showing it to you. Looking at Yahweh's word. Okay, we'll go to 106. Okay, 106 and 24.
Psalms chapter 106, verse 24. Yea, they despise the pleasant land. They believe not his word.
And these people in this world don't believe Yahweh's word. They say somebody else wrote it, and this and that. All these lies, making up lies. Now read it again.
Yea, they despise the pleasant land. They believe not his word.
They don't believe the word of Yah. These people in this world, they want to talk about a Quran, a Hadith, another book, another Apocrypha. They don't believe the word of Yah. That book just testified against you. You don't believe this book. Okay. What was that? I said 106, 107. Let's go to 107. Hold on, I'll keep reading.
But murmur in their tents.
But murmuring in their tents. What verse? Oh, say yeah. Okay.
And hearken not unto the voice of Yahweh.
They don't listen to the voice of Yahweh. And no, these people don't listen to him.
Therefore he lifted up his hand against them.
That's when he against these people in this world, because they don't listen to the word of Yah. They doing what they want to do. You can't do what you want to do and serve and love Yah. No, you cannot do what you want to do and serve Yah and love Yah. Okay, I think that's all I want. Let's go to Psalm 107 and 20.
Psalms chapter 107, verse 20. He sent his word and healed them.
Yahweh's word to heal you. He sent his word and they was healed.
And delivered them from their destruction.
And deliver you from your enemies. Destruction. That's right. Now read it again. Yahweh's word heals.
He sent his word and healed them.
He sent his word and healed them.
And delivered them from their destruction.
And get you away from your enemies. That's right. Destruction. Okay, go to Psalm 119. And yeah, I think I'm gonna see 172. Let me get it. Oh yeah. Psalm 119, verse 172.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word.
My tongue gonna talk about the word of Yah all the way to the grave, y'all. Now read it again.
My tongue shall speak of thy word.
Of thy word, not nobody else's word.
For all thy commandments are righteousness.
All his commandments is righteousness. Because them his words, the commandments is righteousness. That's true. Okay, let's go to let's see. Let me see if I want that right quick. Let me see. Let's see. Oh yeah, Isaiah 1 and 10.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 10. Hear the word of Yahweh.
Isaiah say, hear the word of Yah.
Ye rulers of Sodom.
All you no good people.
Give ear unto the law of our Elohim.
Give ear to our God, Elohim.
Ye people of Gomorrah.
Ye people of Sodom and Gomorrah. That's right. Listen to the word of Yah. That's what I wanted. Okay, Isaiah 9 and 8. Listen to the word of Yah. I didn't tell you to listen to nobody else.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 8. Yah sent a word into Jacob.
He sent a word into Jacob.
And it have lighted upon Israel.
And it have lightened up on Israel. That's right. He sent his word to us. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I need. Isaiah 24. He sent his word to Jacob. Nobody else. Isaiah 24 and 3.
Isaiah chapter 24, verse 3. The land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh has spoken this word.
And when Yahweh speaking his word, it's going to come to pass. That's right. It's got to come to pass. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah 2, let me see. Yeah, Jeremiah 2 and start the 4th verse.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 4. Hear ye the word of Yahweh,
Hear the word of Yah.
O house of Jacob,
Talking about us. We supposed to hear the word of Yah, nobody else.
and all the families of the house of Israel.
And all the families of the house of Israel are supposed to be hearing the word of Yah.
Thus saith Yahweh,
You heard what he said, thus say Yah.
what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone far from me?
What have they found wrong in Yahweh that you don't want to serve and listen to him?
And have walked after vanity,
and have walked out of stuff that ain't gonna prosper you, none vanity, stuff that has no value, something that ain't no good for you,
and are become vain.
and you become vain. You turned your back on Yahweh's word. Now you listen to the Quran, the New Testament, the Hadith, and all these other books, and listen to the Christian, the Mormons, and everybody else. You listen to the wrong folks. That's right. That's all I needed. Let's go to Jeremiah 6 and 10.
Jeremiah chapter 6, verse 10. To whom shall I speak?
It say, to whom shall I speak?
And give warning.
And give warning.
That they may hear.
That they may hear.
Behold.
Behold.
Their ear is uncircumcised.
Their ears uncircumcised. Don't want to hear it.
And they cannot hearken.
They can't listen to thus say Yah, what I'm talking about.
Behold, the word of Yahweh is unto them a reproach.
A reproach. They don't want to hear it.
They have no delight in it.
They have no delight in Yahweh's word. These people in this world ain't got no delight in it. They don't want to have fun serving Yah, praising Yah. Delight means have fun and praise Almighty Yah. They don't want that part. Now, I want to hold on. Now I want to talk about that voice too, Hebrew. We're gonna get on that voice too in the New Testament. But let me see what they talking about on here. Shalom, shalom, Mark Anthony, shalom, shalom, Frank Freezy, shalom, shalom, Rock. Okay, I already said. Okay, Miss Rod One Love, shalom, shalom. Okay, now let me get this up. Let's go to Proverbs 19 and 21. This Louise Arthur said this. Linus Arthur. Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 19, verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart,
and only the counsel of the Lord should stand. Read.
Nevertheless, the counsel of Yahweh that shall stand.
That's the only thing gonna stand, right? That's right, brother. Don't nothing else matter. Man has many devices. Think they right on everything, but at the end of the day, only the counsel of Yah gonna stand. And you absolutely right. That was Linus Arthur, popping corn. Let's see. Let's go to Psalms 139. Rostad here said, let's go to Psalm 139 and 21 and 22.
Psalms chapter 139, verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Yahweh, that hate thee, and am not I agree with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with a perfect hatred.
That's right. He hate these people with a perfect hatred because they hate him. Yahweh ain't gonna love you and you hate him. Is you retarded? You popping corn rust out here. That's right. Read. That's all of it's 22. 21. Okay.
I count them my enemies.
These are his enemies. Anytime the Almighty, anytime you don't listen to Yahweh word, you his enemy. Get that off of there. Let's see. Okay. Now let me see. Let me get some more corn from up off the screen. Okay. Our people always say the white man book. Yeah, the white man book is the New Testament. The reason why they think it is because they haven't read. The Almighty haven't gave them the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of this book. See, he only handpicked his people. Only a few chosen men can pop corn about this book. He ain't chose no any and everybody. So when a person tell me the white man wrote the book, you retarded fool. You ain't never read the book. How you gonna tell me that he wrote it? I just showed you Yahweh words all through the book. So you retarded for saying that. You don't know nothing about this book. Anybody in this world that don't know what they're talking about, they need to shut up. Shut your mouth, because you just repeating what somebody else said. You ear hustling and lying on the book. That's right. Now let's go to let's go to Psalm 51, 7 through 12. Linus ought to say it, yeah.
Psalm chapter 51, verse 7. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bond which thou hast broken may rejoice. Hide thy face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O Elohim, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit.
Right. That's right, brother. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm trying to read these comments too at the same time. Okay. Well, they going too fast. Okay, we read some. Let's see. Okay. He just read 50. Okay. It say word. Darius Bela say word in the Bible does it speak on fishing on the Sabbath day? They were fishing in the New Testament. Ain't anybody fishing no Old Testament on Sabbath day. That's no. Okay, Rostar here say let's go to Daniel 12 and 10. Ain't nobody talking about no fishing in the Old Testament on the Sabbath day. You show it to me. I ain't read it.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried.
That's right.
But the wicked shall do wickedly.
The wicked gonna keep on doing wicked. The wicked gonna keep on believing in them other books. See, that's what the wicked gonna do. Keep on believing in other books. Read.
And none of the wicked shall understand.
That's reading the wicked don't understand because they too busy reading another book, trying to figure out what that book talking about. That book ain't talking about nothing. Read.
But the wise shall understand.
The wise is the one to keep the commandments and laws and statutes and precepts and judgment. The wise gonna understand. The wise gonna know ain't no such thing as a New Testament. The wise gonna know ain't no such thing as a Quran. The wise gonna know that ain't no such thing as a religion. The wise gonna know ain't no such thing as a Baptist, a Methodist, a Catholic, a Jehovah's Witness. The wise gonna know, but the wicked ain't gonna know. That's right. The wicked is not gonna know. Why? Because they ain't keeping the laws. That's right. That's the reason they don't know. That's right. Our people is retarded. That's the only word I got for them. They're retarded. Dumb as a box of rock. Believe anything somebody tell them. Oh, he said this. She said that. He said this. Prove it. Tell me what nobody say. Show it to me. Oh, go to Jeremiah 51 and 7.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand.
There have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. Why? Because we here. The children of Israel is in Babylon. Read.
That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine.
Oh, that's talking about religion. That's talking about Christianity. Yes, right. Start over.
Babylon had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand.
Had been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand.
That made all the earth drunken.
They made all the earth. How they make all the earth drunken? With this religion. All the earth is drunken with religion. That's what it's saying. Read.
The nations have drunken of her wine.
They have drunken of Christianity wine. The religion. This is talking about the rituals of religion. This ain't talking about no drinking, no bottle. This is talking about religion. Read.
Therefore the nations are mad.
They mad. They crazy about their religion. These people get mad at you. You tell them, you ain't no Baptist, you ain't no Catholic. They get mad. Mad mean they crazy about their religion. These niggas love religion. That's right. If they love Yahweh like they love religion, they'll beat me there. That's right. You gonna beat you in the land. If you love Yahweh like you love your religion, boy, you're a cold piece of work. But it's the opposite. They love religion more than they do Yah. That's right. Okay, that was go to Jeremiah 51 and 20.
Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 20.
Right.
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
He gonna do that. You're absolutely right. He gonna do that. Okay, now Rock, let me see. Jules say go to Psalms 25 and 14. Jewel Gladney. Psalms 25 and 14. Thing.
Psalms chapter 25, verse 14. The secret of Yahweh is with them that fear him.
The secret is the thing that fear. That's right. It's with them that fear Yah.
And he will show them his covenant.
He gonna show the righteous his covenant. That's all to say.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's corn right there. That's right. He gonna show, and he don't show everybody. Because anytime you believe in another book, he ain't dealing with you. He ain't showed you nothing. You a zip zap DAM fool, and you talking about another book. That's right. Ain't no such thing. Okay, let me read some of the. Hold on, y'all slow down for a minute. Let me read some of these comments. Okay, Mark Anderson said, I stumbled across a video of T.D. Jakes' daughter philosophizing about drought doing Obadiah. She likely said her faith world would make for a walk or thirsty to go drink, go get water. I ain't quite understand that. Something about T.D. Jakes' daughter. Okay. I ain't never heard of his daughter. I ain't know he had. You know T.D. Jakes had a kid? I ain't never heard. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, King. Let me see what King David Psalms 144 it say. I never even when I was Christian just looked at JC as that guy. I just accepted because I was told to be, but always thinking about the Most High. Then I was saying God is foolish. JC was never my focus. Oh, okay. Well, that's what the New Testament is gonna do. The New Testament is gonna have you brainwashed, bamboos, and hoodwink. It's gonna trick you, And then a person how they been taught and raised. You can't help how you was raised and how you was brought up. But the Most High gonna pick you and get you up out of this situation. Jay-Z Freezer say Kanye and Nick Cannon called the fake Jews out of public, but then want back the apology. But why? Oh, they did. I didn't know that, Hebrew. I didn't know Kanye West and Nick Cannon called them fake Jews. I mean, they is the fake Jews, them people over there in our land. Yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, Mark Anderson said because they control their money. That's right. Hey, they love money more than they love Yah. That's right. Boy, you popular boy, they said, yeah, they love their money more than they do Yah. That's right. Cause they come and shit. I'm standing on the truth. I ain't gonna go against Yahweh for no man. Is you crazy? Got to be crazy. Yep. And most people in this world they love money more than they love Yah. Yeah. So that's the average person. That ain't nothing mind-boggling to me. That's a fact. Most people in this world love money over Yah. Their money is first, and Yah is last. Yeah. But okay, Rostar here say J Freeze group Floyd family sued Kanye for 200 million. Then people finally take his money. Oh, I didn't even hear about that, Hebrew. I didn't. Did you know that?
What?
Kenya was got sued for $200 million. The George Floyd family sued Kanye.
I didn't hear about that.
No, I didn't know that either. Hey, I'm starting a new channel for information on the Creator's Word. You can find it at Obey Yah. Okay. Morgan, write that down. Write down. Okay, let's see. Let me put your name right there. Mark. Let's see, Mark Anthony. Obey. Okay, Obey. Obey Yah. Obey Yah. Is that H? What's that? Is that right there? H. Obey Yah H. What this? Can you read that? See right there? I can't hardly see it. Right here.
Yah H.
Right.
And what the H stands for?
No, what is that after the Yah? What's the other word? It's Obey Yah what? Can you read that? You don't see that? What is that saying right there? What is that? What's the word? I mean, what he's saying? You don't know?
Can you have him spell it again? Say it again.
It's saying something about Yah, but I don't. Obey. It's saying it again. Is that an H? You can't see that, but it's saying, what's that behind Yah? After Yah, what he's saying? Is a V on it? Okay, TV. Oh, okay. All right, Hebrew. Yeah, Yah TV. Okay. Yeah, we sitting up here puzzled, man. So, okay. I'm glad. Yeah, Obey Yah TV. Okay, I got you, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I got you, brother. Yep. And Hebrew. Okay, Jules say let's go to Job 22. Hebrew, you still want to talk about that voice? Hebrew, J Free, you still want to hear about the voice? Let's read Job 22 and 21.
Job chapter 22, verse 21. Acquaint now thyself with him, and be at peace. Thereby good shall come unto thee.
And 22.
Receive, I pray thee, the law from his mouth, and lay up his words in thy heart.
Oh, boy, that's corn right there. That's right. Lay up his word in the heart. Yeah, that's a good one. That's corn right there, Jewel Glenn. That's right. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Read that again. I like that.
Acquaint not thyself with him, and be at peace. Thereby good shall come unto thee. Receive, I pray thee, the law from his mouth, and lay up his words in thy heart.
Boy, that's corn right there. That's right. That's corn. I like that. I sure do. That'll get it. Yep. Lay up the law in his heart, boys. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Yep, because at the end of the day, it's all about Yah and King David. Ain't going to be about nobody else. And boy, when they say it's another book, they tell another lie. Ain't no other book. It's only this. It's only this book here. I don't care what you say. If it's another book, show it to me. Show it to me. Oh, get that off there. See what that say. Okay. I'll start here. Say, so Matthew, go to Matthew 15. Let me see. You say 15 and 9? Yeah, go to Matthew 15 and 9. Yeah, that book is retarded. Oh, you get mad when I read the New Testament, Rasta? I I ain't put in it today.
Matthew chapter 15, verse
Oh,
9.
you said when he read. Okay, go ahead.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 9. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men.
Yeah, the commandments of men, not teaching the commandments of Yah. Yeah, but it's a retarded book. That's a retarded book. Now go to yeah. Since we're speaking of the New Testament, let's go to John 5:17. Go to John 5:17. That's right. Not y'all, but men. That's right. That's right. Now watch this. Watch this garbage he finna say.
John chapter 5, verse 17. But JC answered them,
Now JC answered them. These all red words now.
My Father worketh hitherto,
My Father working hitherto. That's what JC said.
and I work.
And he worked with him.
Therefore the Jews sought more.
No, I say 5:37. That's my fault. That's the wrong one. John 5:37.
John chapter 5, verse 37.
Yeah.
And the Father himself,
And the Father himself,
which has sent me,
that's a lie. He said the Father himself has sent him. That's a lie.
have borne witness of me.
And that's a lie.
Ye have neither heard his voice at any time,
Now, he just said in the New Testament, ain't nobody never heard Yahweh's voice at any time. You know that's a lie. Read.
nor seen his shape.
And ain't nobody never seen his shape. And Moses saw the back of him, so he a lie. Now, that's a lie. Go to Matthew 17. Matthew chapter 17, and start the first verse. Now watch this, y'all. He just said that ain't nobody heard his voice or seen his shape at any time. We know that's a lie. Read 17 and 1.
Matthew chapter 17, verse 1. And after 6 days, JC taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them up into a high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him. Then answered Peter and said unto JC, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud.
Now over here it's saying in Matthew, now John saying nobody heard a voice in no time. Now you hear a voice at Matthew. What did it say?
While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud.
A voice out of the cloud. Now he heard a voice out of the cloud in the book of Matthew. Read.
Which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased.
And that's a lie.
Hear ye him.
That's a lie. Now, let's go to Deuteronomy. Since ain't nobody heard his voice, let's see what Deuteronomy say. Since JC already saying nobody's heard his voice or seen his shape, let's go to Deuteronomy right quick. Dealing with this voice. They say a voice from heaven, and it was God's voice. That's a lie. Every time the voice appears in the Old Testament, he identifies himself. Okay, what I say, let's go to Deuteronomy 30. Let me see what I want. 30. Yeah. Deuteronomy 30 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether Yahweh thy Elohim have driven thee.
Now watch this, y'all.
And shall return unto Yahweh thy Elohim, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day.
Almighty say, obey my voice. Every time it identifies voice in the Old Testament, he letting you know whose voice it was. It was Yahweh's voice. And when it said voice in the New Testament, we don't know whose voice it was. It just say voice.
Thou and thy children
That's right. That's all I needed. The Almighty advised. He said, when you hear my voice, I'm talking, and you're going to know. You ain't going to have no doubt of who talking. That's right. Okay. Okay, Mark. Let me back up. Let me read some of his comments. Did we read Deuteronomy 11 and 18 for Frank Fraser? I don't think so. Yeah, get that Deuteronomy 11 and 18.
Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 18. Therefore shall ye lay up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as frontlets between your eyes.
That's right. That's corn right there, Frank Fraser. That's right. Lay up in your heart my word. That's right. There you go, brother. Did you know a man in the Tanakh was brought up into heaven? Yeah, Elijah was brought up into heaven. Yeah, Elijah was. Yeah, he was took up into heaven. Yeah, Elijah was. Yep, sure was. Okay. Lena's author said go to Psalms 89, 20 through 27. Okay, yeah, Psalms 89. Yeah, that's talking about King David at 89. I know exactly what to. Yeah, it started at 20 verse.
Psalms chapter 89, verse 20. I have found David my servant.
That's right.
With my holy oil have I anointed him.
That's right.
With whom my hands shall be established. My arm also shall strengthen him.
That's right. King David, there you go.
The enemy shall not exact upon him.
The enemy ain't gonna be able to do nothing with David. And this world hate David.
Nor the son of wickedness afflict him.
The son of wickedness. Anybody that believe in the New Testament, the Quran, and all the other books.
And I will beat down his foes before his face.
Now, the book say I'm going to beat down King David's enemy before they face. Going to beat them up. So when you hollering about anybody, somebody else being the Messiah, Almighty said, what did he say going to do?
And I will beat down his foes before his face.
I'm going to beat down everybody that hate King David. I'm going to beat them up.
And plague them that hate him.
I'm going to plague everybody that hate King David.
But my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him.
My favor and mercy is going to be with King David, not the New Testament or the Quran. He ain't going to be with that. Read.
And in my name shall his horn be exalted.
And in my name, thus say Yah name, King David going to be exalted. Anointed, it say anointed or exalted?
Exalted.
Exalted, that's right. That's when exalted mean you're going to talk about King Yahweh and King David. That's right. That's corn right there. That's 27?
No.
Okay.
I will set his hand also in the sea.
I will send King David hand also in the sea.
And his right hand in the rivers.
And his right hand in the river. He's going to be with King David.
He shall cry unto me.
When King David cried to Yah,
thou art my father.
When he said, you my father.
My Elohim and the rock of my salvation.
That's right.
Also I will make him my firstborn.
He going to make King David his firstborn.
Higher than the kings of the earth.
And he going to be the coldest king that ever lived on this earth. That's right, boy. That's corn right there. That's who gave that one? That was corn right there. What book was that in? Deuteronomy? I mean, no, that was in what we just got to read.
Psalms 89.
Okay, Psalm. Let's see, read that. I can't remember who said it, but okay, Lena's author. That's cold-blooded right there, bro. Yeah. Mark Anthony say go to 1 Corinthians 10. Yeah, Mark Anthony say go to 1 Corinthians 10. I think it's 1 through 4.
First Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
That's a lie. Oh boy, that's a lie. When did Moses baptize somebody in the cloud and what? We know that's a lie. That's right. That's a lie. Read the 1 through 4.
And did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink.
They didn't drink no spirit. That was flesh. That wasn't no spiritual drink. That manna from heaven was flesh.
For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them.
They drunk out water that came out the rock. It wasn't spiritual. It was water, fool.
And that rock was JC.
What? What did he say? That rock was who?
And that rock was JC.
Oh boy, hey boy. boy. Oh boy, you just killed me for the day, man. That man said that drug out was JC. Oh boy, that'll get it right there, boy. Boy, read that line again, man. Read that line again. Let the world hear this lie.
Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, for they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was JC.
Oh boy, that'll get it right there, boy. Ever get it. That's the best. That's one of the best lines in the New Testament right there, boy. That's one of the greatest lines. I put that in the top 10. Put that line there in the top 10, boy. That'll get it right there. Yes, sir. Yeah, I just learned that. I didn't know that myself. That's a good one right there. Yes, sir, boy. I didn't get that. Did you know about that? I ain't either. Yeah, hey, boy, that'll get it right there. That will get it, brother. Say the water that gushed out the rock was JC, huh? Ooh, boy, that's a cold-blooded lie there. Boy, now how we gonna deal with a book like that? Oh yeah, John 3:16, that's a popular lie. He's so full of the world, he only gave his unbegotten son, and whoever had believed in him shall have everlasting life. Whoever the band, go to John 3:16. Yeah, that's the best lie they always tell. Every Christian on this earth gonna say that. I done heard 1,000 of them say that 3:16. He so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, and whoever believed in him shall have everlasting life. Whoever the band, man, shit. Yeah, that's a lie everybody know. I mean, that's one of the main lies that he tells through. Yeah, John 3:16.
John chapter 3, verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish,
that's a lie,
but have everlasting life.
That's a lie. First of all, that ain't his son. First of all, that ain't God's son. Now go to Exodus 4:22. Let's show him who his son is. That ain't. He never said JC was his son. Let me show you who he said his son was. But that was a good one, but that's an old one there though. But that one that Mark Anthony said, boy, that was cold blooded right there. I hadn't read that. I learned something today about that one. I'm gonna have to study, get in that book and study some more. So go to Exodus 22.
Exodus chapter 4, verse 22. And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh,
this what you tell Pharaoh.
Thus saith Yahweh.
Thus said Yah.
Israel is my son.
Israel is my son. He didn't say nobody else was his son. He said, Israel is my son.
Even my firstborn.
Even my firstborn.
And I say unto thee.
And I say unto you, Pharaoh,
let my son go.
Let Israel go, because that's my son. Let my son Israel go.
That he may serve me.
That he may serve me, which is Yah.
And if thou refuse to let him go.
And if you don't let my son go, Pharaoh.
Behold,
behold,
I will slay thy son.
and that's what he did. He killed all of Pharaoh's firstborn sons. He killed them all. He said, if you don't let my son go, I'm going to kill him. So don't let that New Testament tell you his only begotten son, JC. That's a lie. Israel is the son. That was the Old Testament that said, the book popping. I didn't tell it to you. I showed it to you. Now let's go. Rasta here said, go to Philemon 1:19. Philemon. That's way in the back. Philemon. We hit Jeremiah 7:21. Then did we hit Jeremiah 7:21? I don't know, but I'll go to it, Mark Anthony, in a few minutes. But let me get this Philemon 1:19. I don't know if I did. I can't remember right now, but I did hit some Jeremiah though. I think I did. But I'm gonna see in a minute. Okay, Rasta here say go to Philemon 1:19.
Philemon chapter 1, verse 19. I, Paul, have written it with my own hand.
Yeah, with his own hand. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. Read.
I will repay it, albeit I do not say to thee how thou owest unto me even thy own self besides.
Yeah. In other words, Paul said, I've written it with my own hand. So ain't nobody sent Paul at all. But let's go, Mark. Let's go to Jeremiah 7:21. I think we read that. Jeremiah 7:21. Oh yeah, he said, yeah, I know about that. And
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 21. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the Elohim of Israel, put your burnt offerings unto your sacrifices, and eat flesh.
read. He said 21 through 23. No, we didn't read that. I don't think. Nope. Read.
For I spake not unto your fathers, nor commanded them in the day that I brought them out of the land of Egypt concerning burnt offerings or sacrifices.
That's right. The Almighty ain't gave us no command about no burnt offering, no sacrifice. No, we didn't read that, brother. And that's corn right there. Keep reading.
But this thing commanded I them.
This is what I commanded my people to do.
Saying, obey my voice.
Obey his voice.
And I will be your Elohim.
And he gonna be our Elohim after we obey his voice.
And ye shall be my people.
And then we're gonna be his people after we obey his voice.
And walk ye in all the ways that I have commanded you.
And walk in all the Yahweh ways he commanded us. Right, that's corn, Mark Anthony. We didn't read that, brother. That's a good one. Read.
That it may be well unto you.
That it may be well unto you. That's right. That's 23?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was corn right there, brother. We didn't read that. We showed it. Yeah, that'll get it. That'll get it, brother. Yeah. I'll get that off of there. Right, that's what yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, we just read, okay. Paul got a lot of nerve. Yeah. Paul, who did nobody recognize Paul from the Old Testament? No, I didn't, Mark, and okay, yeah. Yeah, that was corn right there, brother. Yes, sir. Okay, go to 5 and lean this ought to say go to Amos 5:15. Amos 5:15.
Amos chapter 5, verse 15. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment and the gate. It may be that Yahweh Elohim of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph.
That's right. The remnant of Joseph. Absolutely right. That's right, Hebrew. That's corn. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mark Anthony. Yeah, because it be Paul and Peter and them saying he said that. A lot of things, like you say, only time JC speaking is in red word. When you read in red words, like I read 5:37, where he said, "Ain't nobody never seen Yahweh or heard his voice." So that was JC talking there. Yeah. 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 So I agree. Everything in the New Testament, JC ain't talking, but he talking enough. He telling some more lie. He telling enough lie. Yeah. Yeah. He talking enough. One lie is too many, and 1,000 ain't enough. So if you told one lie, the whole lick is a lie. You can't have no the lie. The truth ain't got no lies in it. The truth don't have lies, and either you telling the truth or you telling a lie. Just like, for instance, if your woman come home at 2:00 in the morning, you ask her where you been. I stopped by my friend's house. So and then she said that was it. Was that the truth? Yes, that's what she said. But she forgot to tell you she stopped by her boyfriend's house and then she came on back home. She didn't tell you the whole truth, meaning the truth ain't got no errors in it. Either she told you the truth or lie, so that make the whole conversation a lie. Yeah, when you ask a person something, they don't tell the whole truth. That's when they ask you in the courtroom. Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. They want you to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They don't want you just to tell the truth. They want you to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But you can tell the truth, but not the whole truth. It's a difference. So if a person, I'm telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, but most people just telling the truth. And they ain't telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth because they lying with the truth. All these preachers, they telling the truth with a lie with it, though. They telling the truth and a lie together. And I'm telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I ain't no lies in what I'm saying. Ain't no contradictions in what I'm saying. It's all facts, 100% pure facts. Because it's coming out of Yahweh's book and out of his word. That's right. See? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So if anybody got any comment or question about the subject about Yahweh's words, just let me know. Well, we've been corresponding with the facts up here, putting them scriptures up here. Yeah. Anybody can add to the word. Yeah. Okay, go to Ezekiel. Lena's ought to say go to Ezekiel. Okay, I ain't got no. No, I still got a flip phone, Hebrew. I ain't got no email address. He got one, son. Let's go to Louis author. Say Ezekiel 13:3. Yeah, go to Ezekiel 13:3.
Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 3. Thus saith Yahweh Elohim, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit.
That's right. The preachers and the priests of these days, they follow their own spirit.
And have seen nothing.
And you ain't seen nothing. You talking in vain. You ain't seen nothing. You just rapping. That's it. Yeah, that's a good one, brother. They use their imagination of their heart to get these people to give them their money. So if they telling the truth, they wouldn't give them a dime. Okay, King David song for 144. Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Ezekiel 13:9. We just he said do the 9th verse.
Ezekiel chapter 13, verse 9. And my hand shall be upon the prophets that see vanity and that divine lies. They shall not be in the assembly of my people.
That's right.
Neither shall they be written in the writing of the house of Israel. Neither shall they enter into the land of Israel.
Boy, that's corn right there. That'll get it. That's right. Lenius author. That's right. Hey, a lie ain't gonna get you there. If you ain't telling 100% truth, and let me tell y'all something. This how you know a man lying. if a man is not talking about, I'm gonna keep on saying this. If a man is not talking about Yahweh is Elohim and King David is the Messiah, he's lying. I don't care what woman or man talking. If they ain't talking about thus said Yah and King David is his Messiah, they lying. Point blank. If you ask a man who is the Messiah and he say anybody other than David, he'll lie. Because he gonna get the first part right. Oh yeah, Yahweh. They gonna say that. They might say the Most High, but they ain't gonna say who is Messiah. And if they do say, they're gonna be telling a lie. That's for the Christians and Messianics and Ethiopians. I mean, atheists and everybody else that don't believe it. Yeah. How can you deny that King David is the Messiah when the book said it? Yahweh said it. The Torah said it. The Tanakh said it. Ezekiel said it. Isaiah said it. And Amos said it. All Psalms said it. All the prophets said it. It's 7 to 8 different prophets said that David is the Messiah. I think it's 7 or 8. How many is it? I believe it ain't. It's about 7. 7 different prophets say that King David is the Messiah. Now, how come he's not? If the book said. Nah. So these people need to stop lying on this book. That's all they do is lie on this book. But I breaks it off in them. You come see me, I'm gonna embarrass you, make you look like a fool. I'm gonna belittle you with the book, not with my mouth, with the book. Because I'm gonna barbecue you on one side and bake and barbecue and roast you on the other side. And you're gonna be well done. Because I'm not gonna play with you when it comes to this book. When I got this book, I ain't got a friend in the world. But then when I come put this book down, then I become your friend. But I'm fighting for the Most High Yah. When I got this book, I'm not studying your feelings or who you kin to or who. It don't matter who you is. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing for nobody under the sun. Tell you what you want to hear. Be nice about it. This, that. No, I'm getting it to you in the raw uncut. Now let's go to Jeremiah 30 and 8.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 8.
Yeah.
For it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds.
That's right.
And strangers shall no more serve themselves of him.
That's all. But if you keep reading this, David, and ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay. But you should have went down a little further, Landry Arthur, but I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, that's good enough. 30 and 8. But all the Torah-based people know who it's gonna be talking about. Okay, Rostar here say Deuteronomy 13. Oh yeah, I got all the scripture about King David being the Messiah. Yeah. But I was just getting my point across to let the world know when somebody ain't talking about Yahweh and King David, then they're a false prophet, a false teacher, a false student, or whatever they are. They false. They ain't for real. They lying and don't know what they're talking about. Okay, go to let me see. Yeah, go to Deuteronomy 13. Rasta, he said, go to Deuteronomy 13, 1 through 3.
Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1.
Yeah.
If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and giveth thee a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder come to pass, whereof he spake unto thee, saying, let us go after other deities which thou hast not known.
That's right, because we didn't know nothing about no New Testament and no Quran and Hadith and no another book. We didn't know nothing about it. Let's read.
And let us serve them.
And then once you hear about the lie, you go live in the lie.
Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet.
Don't listen to nobody that ain't talking about thus said Yah and King David. Boy, that's corn right there. That's right. Rasta here popping corn again.
Or that dreamer of dreams.
Or that dreamer of dreams. He did dream up a lie to tell the people, and they believe for it.
For Yahweh your Elohim proveth you to know whether ye love Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart and with all your soul.
And if you love Yahweh with all your heart and all your soul, you're going to listen to the Old Testament. That's corn right there. That's right. You ain't going to listen to no other book. Because because ain't no such thing as another book. Because the mother book's lying. Only book telling the truth is this one. Rest of them got lies in them. Full of lies. Full of lies. Okay. Go to Jeremiah. Okay, learn not to wear the heat of Jeremiah 10 and 2. I'm familiar with that. Let's go to did we just read 13? Deuteronomy 13, right? Did we just read Deuteronomy 13?
Yeah.
Okay, we read that. Okay. Now Louise Arthur said, let's go to Jeremiah 10 and 2. You talking about the heat, learn not to wear the heat. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, read.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them.
That's right. Yep. That's a good scripture. All the book popping corn all the way through. It's scripture after scripture after scripture gonna line up with the truth. That's right. That's right. And I see y'all brothers, y'all been studying and reading and doing your homework and your research, boy. And that's a good thing. I don't let nobody tell you nothing. Make them show it to you. And boy, y'all been popping corn. Okay, go to Jeremiah 14 and 15. I see they've been getting their study on, boy, and that's a good thing. Stay in the book.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 15. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed.
That's right, for lying. Tell me ain't gonna be no war, no killing in this land. Almighty love everybody. Ain't gonna be none but peace. He gonna kill you for lying. That's right. That's corn right there, Louise Arthur. My son. Okay, Jewel Gladys said, my son' favorite word is you gonna be destroyed by and believe in his character. What TMH stand for? TMH. What that stand for?
Most High, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's abbreviation. Joe, what that TMH stand for? I don't know what that means. Oh, the Most High. Okay, that's what it stands for, the Most High. Okay. All right, I got y'all, bro. Yeah. It's just abbreviated. Okay, for that. Okay, I got you. The Most High. Yeah, I got you. Well, I don't know something, man. I want to know it. So I ain't, like I said, I ain't got no shame, man. If I don't know something, I'm going to ask questions. Because I'm seeking knowledge too. So TMS means thus Most High. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, go to Mark Anderson say go to 2 Kings 2 and 23. Elisha the prophet, that's right. Mark Anderson say go to 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23 and 24.
2 Kings chapter 2, verse 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came 4 little children out of the city and mocked him.
Yeah, and they got ate up by the bird. Yeah, that's cold blooded right there. Read that. Yeah.
And said unto him, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head.
See, these kids were making fun of Elisha.
And he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh.
Cursed them in the name of Yahweh. Boy, watch what's going to happen to these kids, though. Read.
And there came forth two she-bears out of the wood.
A she-bear. These bears came out of the wood after these kids got cursed.
And they tear 42 children of them.
They told these little kids up. That's right. Be careful what you say out your mouth to certain people. That's right. That's corn right there. And see, a lot of people didn't know nothing about that, Mark, and you just pop some corn. So read that again. Let that sink in. Let this sink in right quick.
And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came 4 little children out of the city and mocked him.
Now they remember they were little kids. They mocking him, talking about him.
And said unto him, go up, thou bald head, go up,
Get on with me, you bald-headed man, talking about the prophet.
The bald head, and he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of Yahweh. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood, and tear 40 and 2 children of them.
That's right. It killed them all. That's right, bear. So it don't matter how old you is, the Almighty will come get you, boy. You mess with the wrong somebody. Okay, get that off of them. See. That's right, Mark. They was disrespectful. Like these kids today. Same thing. They disrespectful today. You can't tell them nothing. They know everything. Yeah, they arrogant and you can't tell them nothing. One time you can tell them something bad happened to them, then they be ready to listen. Yeah, they were very disrespectful. That's right. Okay, Rasta here say Proverbs 8 and 17 kills Christianity. Let's go there. Proverbs 8 and 17.
Proverbs chapter 8, verse 17. I love them that love me.
That's right. Yahweh said, I love them that love me.
And those that seek me early shall find me.
That's right. Seek Yahweh early, you're going to find him. That's corn right there. That's right. That kills Christianity. Because if you love Yahweh with all your heart and all your mighty soul, you ain't going to be talking about no other book. Yeah, you're going to go burn them other books up. But see, let me tell you about these other books. Ain't nothing wrong with reading these other books. What's wrong if they start reading these other books first? Everybody that believe in something else, they start reading these other books first. Then they read the Torah and the Tanakh and the Old Testament. That's where the confusion came in. If you just started off in this book and read them other books, then you will know the difference between right and wrong, oil and water, the truth and faith. See, I started off in this book. I didn't start off in no New Testament and all them other clown books. Matter of fact, I might have started off in the Quran, but I didn't. I very little Quran. I read, I got a little, but I got down in this here. I got down in the Old Testament, and that's ring. I can't be brainwashed, bamboozled, a hoodwink, because I got this in my DNA. This in my DNA. This in my system. This in my bloodstream and my bloodline. So it's not going nowhere. I don't care what they say. This is in my bloodline, my bloodstream, and in my DNA, and inside of me. Wholehearted. The whole Old Testament is inside of me. So ain't nothing you can tell me about no other book. No. Can't tell me nothing about no other book. Okay. That's right, Mark. And boy, you just said, you took the words out of my mouth. The book of Revelation is based off the book of Daniel. That's right. They read Daniel and put this Revelation together. That's how that went. Yes. But you got to know when Revelation lying and telling the truth, because it got a little truth in it and then it got a lot of lies in there. All the books in the New Testament got truth and lies in it. But you got to know when they lie and when they tell the truth. If you believe all of it is true, then you must be retarded. You got to believe retarded if you can read a lie and know it's and think it's the truth. If a person can read a lie and think it's true, what you call them? If a person reading the lie and you say it's true. Yeah, that's right. Rasta here say even when they describing JC, they took the description of an angel from Daniel. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Get that off of there. Okay. Yep, you're right about that, Hebrew. Mark, who you call Democrat or Democrat or liberal? The Christians? Oh yeah, the Christians. Okay. Oh, okay. I got you, brother. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, people that believe, that's right, because you got the whole world believing in a lie. The whole world, Hebrew. Yeah. And then you can't tell them nothing about this lie, because it's inside their DNA. Just like this book is in my system, in my DNA, that saying lies is with them. And they'd rather go to the graveyard, living a lie and believing a lie than convert over to the truth. Ain't nowhere in the world that I can go to the graveyard believing a lie. No, sir. I wouldn't care if I was a Japanese or Puerto Rican or Chinese man or white man. If a black Hebrew Israelite come to me and show me what does say, yeah, I got to turn my back on my religion and all the rest of it. I can't fool with it. I got to be just like Ruth the Moabite. I ain't studying. Yep, I ain't studying. Yeah. But brothers and sisters, I'm gonna get ready to close out. You know, I enjoy myself, and I hope everybody got something out of the lesson. But these are Yahweh words, and ain't nobody get that off of them. See this? Yeah, I prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that these Yahweh words. That's right. That's when they say that, that's a lie, cause he wasn't in the Old Testament. If you show me where JC was in the Old Testament, I seen you $2,000. I seen $2,000. Just show it to me. But matter of fact, if they show it to me next Sabbath, I give it to them. Show me in the Old Testament where they spoke of JC. Okay, let me read. Okay, yeah, he talking. Okay, all right, Hebrews, Revelation. Okay, go to oh yeah, the bright and morning star. That's what you talking about. Go to Revelation 22 and 16. I know exactly. Oh man, go to Revelation 22 and 16. Oh, Rasta here, boy, you a cold piece of work, man. I already know what you talking about, man. Yes, sir. Yeah. Go to Revelation 22 and 16. Watch this. What JC say he's bright as morning star.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 16.
Yeah.
I, JC, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches.
And in the churches, yeah.
I am the root of the offspring of David.
That's a lie.
And the bright and morning star.
Now that's the truth right there. So you see how he told a lie and the truth? Now read that again now. Let me break it down. See, I'm finna get ready to go close out, but I could go and break this down. Go read it slow.
I, JC, have sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the churches.
In the churches, not to the Hebrews, not to the Israelites, just in the churches. So everybody to go to church, he talking to y'all. Read.
I am the root and the offspring of David.
That's a lie. He want everybody to know that he the root and the offspring of David, which is a lie. Read.
And the bright and morning star.
You told the truth when you say you was the bright and morning star. See, he had a line of truth in one paragraph. Boy, you popping corn, boy. Who came with that revelation? Oh, Rasta here, yes sir, knew all about it. But man, that'll get it right there, cause he told the line and truth at the same time. Boy, listen, yes sir. But brothers and sisters, I had a good time, man. I'm gonna get ready to go give me some sleep, and yeah, I'm gonna get ready to get off here, brothers. But I had a good time, and then I closed out with that, Hebrew. From now on, I want to close out with a scripture off the internet. So I close out with that Revelation 22 and 16. Yeah. So from now on, y'all remind me, give me a closing out scripture. We're gonna go out with a bang, just like we just did. We went out with a bang with that. Okay, but I'm gonna get ready to close out, and I want to give all honor, glory, and worship and praise to Yahweh by saying hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Praise the mighty Yah. And shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. Well, that was a good one there, boy. Oh boy.